Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, archangels and ascended masters, for the perfect guidance, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that is here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity right now, in this moment right now, for something different to happen. We welcome satisfaction. We welcome peace of mind. We welcome and embrace the sense of belonging, recognizing that we do belong, that the guides are with us with the sense of belonging, and that we belong on the planet, and that we are contributing to the planet. So let's just take this moment to release, like sweat, like an exhale, release any sense of burden, any sense that you are burdening the planet, you are burdened to others. Let's just release that, be that a conscious thought, unconscious thought, thought from a decade ago. Let's just and let's very simply, as your conscious adult self, let's very simply say out loud, I add to the planet. I'm a force of good on the planet. I identify this as a moment of healing. I embrace this moment as a moment of healing. Wonderful. So if we could just breathe in and let everything be present right where you are at once. Let's very simply feel the fullness, not the overwhelm, but the fullness of this moment, and allowing with that a great sense of harmony and peace. And if we could feel with that the angels that you know by name, the angels that you love, Archangel Uriel, especially Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, just feel energy moving vertically through your body. And if that releases some energy in a sore lower back or a system or a heart or frees up a brain, let's just let that flow of vertical energy up and down like white light. Let's very simply feel this flow and this flush. And if we could let flush away the energy of other people, letting flush away the energy that doesn't serve us from past events, and we'll very simply and elegantly include anything that happened to your ancestors, anything that happened in past lives. Let's very simply just breathe in and let our focus go to right now. That you are here right now, that you are loved right now, and that only goodness is here for you right now. So if we could just breathe into that. And if we could see this space, the seeming duality of that's a lot of stuff and it's all very simple. If we could just focus on breath and feel the goodness that is here. And with our next breath, if we could notice Archangel Michael smiling at you, Archangel Uriel winking at you, Archangel Ariel embracing you, Archangel Gabriel providing for you, Archangel Metatron providing steady energy for you. So if we could just feel the angels at work for you right now, whether you feel that, see that, hear that, or know that. And if we could allow everything to be fresh like green grass. And like an elegant oil change of a car, if we could let any depletion of energy, if we could let that old energy just move out of you, letting the angels do that, especially Archangel Uriel, and perhaps with a downward motion out of the bottom of your feet, just letting the old energy of last week, the old energy of decades ago, the old energy of patterns that you are releasing, anything toxic, including the release of old toxic work environments or toxic personalities in your life, letting those energies. So with their release, if we could notice any depletion that might have come with old dynamics, any depletion that might be caused by what is happening now and navigating the world right now, let's very simply let all that depletion move out, not making it wrong or bad, but recognizing that it's okay for us to have perfect energy. It's okay for us to feel good. So if we could just notice all that. and to feel Archangel Uriel with great excitement flushing you, pouring into you an endless supply of fresh energy. This is like an angelic oil change. If we could just breathe in and notice above your crown chakra, Uriel pouring in gold, 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 gold. And if we could notice with that, once again, whether you feel that, see that, hear that, or know that, if we could notice the instant saturation into your DNA and into your cells of that angelically infused oil change. And if we could trust the brilliance of what the angels are contributing to you as the angels add to your life. Let's notice the pure unconditional love infused in that oil and the three elements of healing: acknowledgement, accepting, and allowing, being infused in that oil change. So if we could allow immediately for anything that has happened in the past, including your ancestry, including past lives, including yesterday, including today, including the last 10 years, including the last 4 years. Let's just take a breath and just let change happen, letting a wonderful saturation happen. And if we can notice a fundamental truth that deep healing doesn't have to be hard, that we don't need to re-suffer in order to heal. We don't need to relive something in order to release it. Let's let that be part of this moment right now. And if we could let this activity of healing, your healing, be in the foreground, if we can notice Archangel Gabriel, like with Gabriel's trumpet, let's notice Archangel Gabriel calling out this healing. That's what Gabriel's showing, calling out like a messenger, calling out this same healing for every single person on the planet. And as Darlene mentioned, perhaps every single person who's in need of help, everyone in a hospital, everyone who is in need of healing from conditions or diagnoses like cancer, COVID, anxiety, depression. And if that includes you, let's let it include you. Let's just notice that message going out. So there's inclusion happening. People recovering from brain fog with COVID. If we could just breathe in people with dementia, people with lung issues, heart ailments. If we could just breathe in and feel Gabriel's call, which is vast and has a huge reach, going to every single person who might need healing. And with that known, with our awareness of that, let's just come back to what is here for you, what is being added to you right now. And using spiritual manners, if we could just acknowledge what is happening, which we know thrills the angels, if we could very simply say out loud, "Thank you, angels, for healing me right now." Thank you, angels, for adding to my life. I allow my life to change positively right now. Their words, I boldly face fear and I see a positive outcome. So if we could just take a breath and notice perhaps with this oil change, with this infusion, which is endless, it goes and it goes and it flushes and it flushes. Let's very simply notice the mist from that oil change going out and it entering the atmosphere, the structure that you're in, the room that you're in, the rest of the structure that you're in, outside, that mist going to vehicles that you have. And if we could notice from beginning, and if we could focus on the beginning of Archangel Uriel pouring, hand pouring this lovely angelic cleansing into your crown chakra. If we could notice him directing it exactly where it will serve you best. If that is to your lower back, fantastic. If that is to your abdomen, great. If that is to something you're concerned about, great. If that is to your mouth, great, or your jaw. If that is to your heart, including your etheric heart, great. If that is to the part of your brain that has patterns, great. So if we could just breathe into all that and feeling the wonderful nurturing of this moment. Uriel's repeating what he'd like us to focus on, which is there's no neglect happening here. There is the opposite of neglect, which is perhaps comprehensive embrace. So if we could feel and recognize and know that you right now are being completely, fully, comprehensively embraced by the angels that are with you, and them taking this moment to help. So if that means that it's helpful for you to have Archangel Uriel, it could be with each of us at once, show you him placing that oil in the perfect part of your brain. And if that perfect part of your brain might have repetitive thoughts, let's let Uriel cover that. Let's witness anything that a doctor might have recently pointed out, anything we might call a diagnosis. Let's let those parts of your body receive. Let's allow for any source of worry, be that conscious worry, be that worry that you're holding in muscles in your shoulders, anything you're holding in your bones or your joints. Let's very simply let those areas be addressed right now. So if we could feel the relationship of you and the angels as this happens right now. With a hint of humor, Uriel's saying it's like not being shy with a masseuse. A little more there, a little bit more here. Can you just get that? Yeah, great. So if we could just breathe into that. Good. And if we could let effortlessly, like a different chapter of the book starting, the oil turning from gold to purple, let's notice what the purple oil does. And if energy is a better visual for you, let's go with energy. But we could say oil, energy. There's an oil change here. If we could just breathe in and notice where the purple wants to go. And indeed, if we could just breathe in and notice with simplicity your intuition getting healed right now, including any doubt about what you are receiving guidance wise, your any doubt about receiving. If we could just take in a breath and notice the overhaul, the infusion, the confidence, the peace of mind that is here right now around everything in your intuitive life. And if we could feel with that, the angels leaning into you. So if we could acknowledge with humor that our fear around guidance is that the angels are like, well, you'll figure it out. Good luck. Hope it works out. If we could feel the opposite happening, which is them leaning into you, like what would help? So if we could just take in a breath and we use words, if we could just say out loud, thank you, Archangel Michael, for the perfect guidance for me right now. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for the perfect guidance for me right now. And we'll just breathe in. With simplicity, let's notice what's here. Whether you feel it, see it, hear it, or know it. And it might be very subtle. Wonderful. If we could take in a breath. And Michael is singing, I have confidence from the sound of music. If we could just breathe in and notice the energy of confidence, the aura of confidence that is here, and allowing that to instill itself, his word, into your intuition. If we could just breathe in, and we'll continue this with even more confidence. So we'll just breathe in and connecting with the angels that are right here. If we could just say out loud, thank you, Archangel Uriel, for the perfect guidance from me right now. Thank you, Archangel Uriel, for the perfect guidance for me right now. And we'll just breathe in. And let's trust subtle guidance. Let's trust the flashes. Spiritual mastery is releasing the need for the 2x4 to the head. Let's notice what's here. And whatever is here, let's very simply say out loud to Uriel, thank you. And to Michael, we'll say, thank you. So if we could breathe in, perhaps noticing the deeper peace that is here, and perhaps feeling that in the back of your head, back of your body, and allowing this flow to continue. Perhaps noticing the intertwining or melding of purple and gold. And if we could let this healing for yourself continue, but if we could notice from the view, let's say, of the Mars rover, let's notice the planet Earth receiving this same angelic oil change. The entire planet. So if we could see the Earth from a distance and just witness the angels with loving care and effortless expertise showering the Earth, saturating the Earth with perfect peace, perfect wellness, nurturing energy. This, in the exact same way we did, a release of toxins out of the bottom, out of the feet. So let's just very simply witness the Earth releasing pollution, releasing any toxic chemicals, releasing any hate that humans have generated out of fear, letting all those things, letting them all move out. And let's let the angels infuse this planet, this beautiful planet, with fresh energy, gold light, purple light, rainbow light. All bodies of water being refreshed, all human consciousness being refreshed, the domain of whales and birds and wolves and pandas and koalas and snakes and fish and insects and butterflies, all being refreshed. All natural structures being refreshed, including rock formations, the White Cliffs of Dover, Uluru, and man-made structures, Stonehenge, buildings, the space you're in right now, your vehicles being refreshed. Allowing on a global scale anything you consider a problem to be refreshed and perhaps flushed away. And let's witness any need for a virus or a disease to be flushed away. Any habit of punishment in human beings being flushed away. Any reliance on violence to quote unquote solve problems being flushed away. And we'll notice with the positive energy coming in, we'll notice the ability to converse, to embrace, to have compassion, to listen, to see each other, hear each other, know each other, to an opportunity to get closer, to interrupt consciously, and to release any sense of isolation, and to recognize the place for new patterns to exist, including new patterns and new acceptance of love, peace, and harmony. So if we could just breathe into all that and witness all of that. And with the immediacy of cleaning up one crumb left on the table, let's very simply let the energy of belligerence move out of the planet. And if we could let heal the fear that created the belligerence, let's witness that happening right now with the angels and humanity, flooding humanity with fresh energy. Once again, seeing on a global level any pattern in humanity of punishment or violence and neglect, stressing each other out, threatening each other. Let's notice all those dynamics being seen as toxic and moving out of the planet, out of the bottom of the planet. And let's feel the opposite: confidence, encouragement, inclusion, honor, peace of mind, harmony, and love flooding into the planet right now. We'll recognize with absolute simplicity that every single person on the planet wants peace and love. Every human body is hardwired for peace and love. And anything that might be in the way, let's let that be healed right now. Be that in our personal experience with angels right now, with Uriel, or witnessing the global experience right now. And perhaps letting both be one. Great. So if we could just breathe in. Wonderful. If we could just lovingly say a couple things out loud. Thank you, angels, for healing the planet. Thank you, angels, for healing me. And we joked before, but we won't joke now. I am pro peace. I fully embrace peace. I live on a peaceful planet. I live on a peaceful planet right now. Thank you. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And if we could notice a completion of all this, and let's very simply just breathe in and feel full. Noticing your lungs full of fresh air, all the systems in your body working perfectly, including your heart, including your consciousness, an infusion of wonderful healing and great good being here right now. And if we could say out loud, I am brand new right now. I release any requirement of being a certain way. I embrace the wholeness of myself. I choose to use all of myself right now, including my intuition and including my free will. I choose to live a glorious life. Thank you, angels, for helping me to do that. Thank you for helping me in every part of my life. Thank you. Wonderful. If we could just breathe in and notice a job well done. Let's just feel the global work on the planet being complete, the individual work on you being complete. And if we could notice where we started, Michael smiling at you, Uriel smiling at you, Ariel, Gabriel, Metatron smiling at you. Everything is here. And once again, with gratitude and peace, we'll just honor these angels and we'll say out loud to them, thank you so much. And with courage, clarity, boldness, and peace of mind, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity right now in this moment to feel good, to feel the abundance of the universe, and to embrace that abundance into our own lives, including our own thinking. And we welcome goodness, peace, and harmony. And we're so grateful to be alive right now. And we choose to witness good on the planet, peace on the planet, healing on the planet, and all that in our own lives also. And we celebrate the angels and all the goodness that's here for us. And with simplicity and grace, we quite simply and lovingly ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.